I went to Trader Joe's yesterday, and although pumpkin is everywhere, and I am a pumpkin girl for life, but you know who's having a real moment right now? Are apples. Apples everywhere. Apple snacks, apple butters, apple pies, apple everything. So I thought, let's make a delicious apple dessert that we can make at our tailgate parties, we can make during football season, we can make for Thanksgiving, we can make on a cozy fall crisp day, we can take these when we go leaf peeping. This is such a fun apple dessert. Also, it's super therapeutic. So preheat that oven to 350 degrees and then grab a plate and you're gonna add your cinnamon and your sugar, mix that together really well, set aside. Then you're gonna slice your apples. I personally love Honeycrisp apples and Gala apples for this, but use whatever apples you want. You know, the classic red apple is great for this recipe too. And I know that there's like a fancy gadget you can order on Amazon that like pops, makes apple rings, but I just used a carrot peeler. Actually, at first I used an old school wood juicer. Yeah, that didn't work so well. The carrot peeler works much better. But if you have the fancy gadget, go get it, buy it, use that, it works. I'm just using what I have in my kitchen. That's just how I roll. So once you get those holes in those apples, you've made your apple rings. We're going to dip those in our cinnamon sugar mixture and really coat them really well. Give them a nice zhuzh. And then set those aside. I just love doing this. I think just this alone, this recipe is so fun to make. It would be great to do with your kiddos. Roll out that puff pastry dough and then you're going to make your puff pastry wraps and just use a pizza cutter for this. And then we're gonna wrap our apples in the puff pastry dough. And this is also super therapeutic. I just find it to be really fun. It can be tedious, but if you like working with your hands, I think this is great. Plus, this is just such a, trust me, like when you bite into this apple ring, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I get it. So once you have all of your apples prepped and doughed, you're gonna place those on a baking sheet and then make sure you wash them in some egg wash because this is gonna make your puff pastry really nice and golden crispy, and that's what we want. Pop those in the oven for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And then once they come out, let them cool. And then if you want, you can add your caramel topping. I can't do caramel sauce, but I did it for this video. But look how good these turned out. They are scrumptious, they're delicious, and they're perfect with coffee. Happy fall.